Whoa, that finally has concluded day one of this auction. That was a long, long day. Lots of players, lots of excitement, lots of crazy bidding, lots of surprises in terms of players going unsold. May come back tomorrow when a lot of the unsold players will come back for round two. We, of course, are here to discuss all the goings on of today. Craziness, perhaps, some of the sanity even. Kisma News presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapoor. With me, Harsh Kapoor, Simon Dool, and Joy Bhattacharya. Simon, let's just start with you because I'm afraid that in New Zealand you may just pop off to sleep just any second. But I don't think you could. I don't think you could fall asleep today. It was a long day, but the one thing it cannot be accused of is being boring or slow.
No, not at all. And you still, you come right to the end, and end of the day, you get guys like Shah Rukh Khan, Avish Khan. So it was a good end of the day for the Khans. Picked up 1.3 US, so 10 crore, I think, for close to it for both of them.
Yeah.
And then you find the strategy of teams just starting to come into play a little bit. I thought the wicket-keeping choices were interesting, letting some go, bringing some into their franchises and setups. So it was certainly not boring throughout the day. Strategies played a huge part. There's not a huge amount of money left, though. So some of those guys who didn't get to go into the auction today and who are waiting around for tomorrow will be thinking, I'm not sure I'm going to get the big money I was kind of hoping for, because a lot of it has gone today, and some of these teams have got very little left to spend tomorrow, and they're really just looking for bargains.
That is a problem, though, because we'll have a look at the purse that's left, and there was some splurging. There was some caution, Joy, up front today for the ones who came too early to the party, the marquee set. And then there was those who came fashionably late, sometime in the afternoon, evening. They got some big bids, and the people coming tomorrow, the party's over. Right? Party's over.
Just look at that. I mean, if you see the amount of money left, I mean, at this point in time, Lucknow with 6.9 and 11 players is not a player. And what happens if you have a situation like this is somebody like Mumbai, who's sitting with 27 crores at this point in time, can bully a few bids. That means it's going to be very difficult to stop them on players that they want. So they've made that sacrifice. They've sat back and seen some of their players go away. But they know that on day two, they have a night to think about it. They have a night to think logically about it. And tomorrow they can actually bully a few people because they have that extra 8-9 crores in their purse. And that's going to make a huge difference on day two. So I think Mumbai on day two, Punjab on day two are going to be really people who can decide their agenda. Because that 7-8 crore difference, and there's some franchises on 6 crores, and Lucknow is on 6 crores. Yeah. The other thing I'll say is that, I was thinking about it today, and one of the things that I would really like to have every team do as an exercise, and we did it only once in KKR in 2014, is saying, even if a player is not in your plans, even if a player is not in your plans, at what price do you say that he's just too good to let go?
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is, David Warner is not in my plans. He's not at all in my plans. I've not thought of him in my team. But hey, if David Warner is going for 7 crores, darn it, I'll pick him up.
Yeah,
so
fair point.
You almost make a list. You have that flexibility saying, if this guy is going at this price, I mean, you turn on, look at it and say 2.5 crores for this great Indian cricketer, I'm not going to let him go. So I think that's the one thing that teams don't do well. They put down a list of people they want, but what they also need to do is put down a list of people saying, if these guys, we may not seem to want them, but if at this price they're available, we should pounce.
Great. We've got Gautam Bhimani here. He's with us from Bangalore, from the auction room, and continuing the tradition of getting people who are twice his height.
I am so glad you spotted that, JK. I was requesting anybody who would be roughly my size, but Jake insisted he had to talk to us from the Rajasthan Royals. So there you go, at twice my size. Jake, let me just come to you very quickly. The one buy everyone's talking about is Shimron Hetmeyer. Obviously, you can't call that a bargain, but take us through your thoughts on Hetmeyer at 8+ crores.
Sure. So no, we're really happy with all our buys today, to be honest. We were going to be willing to go a little bit more to him, so we think we got good value there. He bats in that 5-6 role, and he's capable of winning IPL matches consistently for us. So we were delighted to get him on board. And following from that, I think we've probably got the two bargains of the auction in Yuzi Chahal and Ravi Ashwin. So we're delighted with the day so far, and the day's completed, and looking forward to tomorrow. But we've built a really, really strong side, and going to enjoy some dinner tonight.
Yeah, so let me throw it at you because he can't. Yeah, so you're going to have to ask your questions through me, Simon. So.
So Gautam, I'm gonna ask you the question that you can ask Jake. They've got a few openers? Then is that a happy problem to have?
Well, I've got two questions I'm hearing there. One from Simon Dool, one from Gaurav Kapoor. I'm going to start with Dooley's question. Shimron Hetmeyer was not fit enough to play for the West Indies. Is that going to be a concern for you guys that you have a special trainer who you're going to employ for Shimron?
So we did speak to a number of people over there working with Shimron at the moment. I think he was playing a game a couple of days ago. So we've got some more background around those fitness areas, and he's working bloody hard to get in great shape. So that we've obviously got the Barbados Royals over there as well. So we've got a network out there, so we can work with that to ensure he's in the best shape possible for the season. And we're looking forward to having him with us in the setup.
All right, brilliant. And just to wrap it up, GK, you were asking about the openers?
Yes, a few openers there. Happy problem to have. Have they decided who's going to be going?
Yeah, so there are some franchises who are still looking for an opener. You've got a profusion of them.
Yeah, I mean, look, we see Panikkar playing the number 3 role. He's great against spin. We actually see his strike rate increasing as the power play, and him with Sanju in 4. We think that's a really high quality top 4 Shimron coming in afterwards. So, we've got, we had a luxury of keepers at the start. A lot of teams were stretching to get their keepers in. Now we've got a really strong top 3, so we're happy with the flexibility we've got on board.
Thanks, Jake. I'm going to let Jake go here because he was dropping hints because we can smell the food from here, GK. Spare a thought. Thanks, Jake.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
Well, there you have it from Ground Zero, guys. Dinner's about to be served, but we're still going to try and get as much for you as we can from here.
Thank you so much, GB. But listen, hey, you can smell the dinner. Harsha and me can't even smell dinner. It's coming up to Harsha's breakfast time, isn't it?
I'm just trying to think, unlike you and Joe, I don't have any roots or current stay in Gurgaon. So I don't understand all this. So I'm just thinking, look, poor Dooley. What does poor Dooley do? He's probably going to have lunch.
Now he's going to get some breakfast. He's going to get some eggs on real quick. That's going to happen. But let's just go team by team, right? Let's have a look at teams and say who's the ones who've got some dinner and dessert and who are the ones who've got a little bit of egg, not on their face. Let's see who's got a lot of slots to fill, who's got money, who's done well, who's not. Let's go team by team. All right. Director, who's the first one you're pulling up? We're ready for you, man. Bring it. I ain't hungry. Let's just start with Chennai, of course. We're going to start with Chennai. This is what their team is looking like. Their 4 retentions: MS Dhoni, Ravindra Jadeja, Moeen Ali, Rituraj Gaikwad. They've added most of their exes back, a lot of their exes back. In fact, KM Asif was also with them, wasn't he, Harsha? KM Asif is with them. Deepak Chahar, Ambati Raidu, Dwayne Bravo, Robin Uttapa. They don't want to fit anybody for new jerseys, do they, Harsha?
Where was Tushar Deshpande last year? I'm trying to remember. He played
He's
a
the only
game or
one.
two. Otherwise, there is nobody else. He's nobody else who wasn't in CSK last year.
Yeah.
What they're feeling sad about, if you go to their Twitter handle, whatever, is that they're in mourning about not being able to retain Faf du Plessis. But I still think they have some work to do. They've only got 2 overseas players. Now, I was hearing what Dooley was saying at the top. I think today was a player's day at the auction. Tomorrow is the team's day at the auction because they're going to get who they want at good prices.
Nice. And Dooley, that's something that Chennai and Mumbai both do really well, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do it very well. I mean, they've still got 20.4 crore available to them. 2 overseas in the squad. So I don't know whether they'll go for 8 overseas unless they get a couple of bargains. You might see them go for 6, maybe 7. What do they need from an Indian point of view? Maybe one more quality middle order batsman, another quick bowler, and then they can fill the rest of those spots with some genuinely talented overseas players. And there's a lot. I was just having a look through the list. There's a huge amount of talent coming through both sides of it. The Indian side of it and the overseas side of it tomorrow. So there will be some bargains. I just feel that some of those players won't feel quite as good about the money they're getting tomorrow compared to some of the ones that got it today.
Joy, Chennai, they went after Deepak Chahar. We all expected them to go after, Deepak or Shardul, maybe both. But at this price, well, they never pushed the envelope beyond 10 crores at an auction. So today they've seen something new, some upgraded software from Chennai's thinking.
Absolutely. I think they did what they could, and they went after all their players. And from FAF onwards, they went after all their players. They wanted to retain. Unfortunately, they couldn't retain that much. And look, that is one of the curses of success in the IPL. If you're a successful franchise, people will cherry pick your guys and they'll go for more money later. Yeah. And that's what's happened. Other people have seen what these guys have done. They picked up their guys and they've just not been able to retain them. And Deepak Chahar, they would have turned around and said, great buy. But they would have hoped they got him for a bit cheaper than 14 crores because that's really, really cut into their budget for a lot of other stuff. So, I think retaining Deepak Chahar was one of those things that they had to do. But I think they paid just a little bit too much for him.
Harsha, they were really, really liking Shah Rukh Khan also one day.
They need a lot of players still. They
seem to have lost Harsha's signal. Oh, we got him back? No. We
got him back?
Go now?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, he's back now.
Yeah, I said they need another opening batsman because Robin is really at this stage a part-time opening he'll give you a few games, maybe not 14 games. They need more fast bowlers. They're going to be in the market for a lot of overseas players tomorrow.
Yeah. Shah Rukh Khan is one they were going after. Tewatia was another one they were going after. They've got MS Dhoni and Ravindra Jadeja, two of, the really good finishers. So couldn't understand why they were wanting another finisher there, but that's what they were going for. Wasn't to be for them though, but they have, of course, today the headline for Chennai has been they've got Deepak Chahar back at a whopping 14 crores, one of the highest prices today. The highest, isn't it? It's 14. No, sorry. It was Ishan was the highest, of course. So Deepak right up there as well.